Hello, this is Paul, and I am glad for you that you are here because today I am going to present my vision, plan, and future of the wave-like theory implementation and the gene software development. If this is your first time here on the YouTube channel, please subscribe and feel free, all of you, to provide and post your questions directly to the comments line, the live chat, or you can even participate the stream event via the Zoom conference following the link on the screen, and it's also in the description of the video. The Zoom will be started just before the end of the presentation that you have time to get in, and when I finish the presentation I will reserve some time to answer your questions from all these free sources, if there will be some. If not, then I will end up this event looking forward to the new video updates. Today's presentation I will divide into 3 sections. At first I will start with the past, describing briefly what was in the beginning, how it all began. Then I will summarize what was done until now and what is the situation today. And in the third part I will talk about the vision, plans, and the future I see. All these 3 parts will overlap each other in some way, and they will not be strictly divided from each other during my talk. So I am ready to start the presentation, and all it began with the story you might know, and this is the story about the octopus, which started in the year 2010, that the octopus was able to correctly predict all the matches, which team will win the match. And some of you are new here, you don't know the story, so then I recommend to watch the wave-like theory lecture where I talk about the octopus, who is called like me Paul, and you can find him in the Wikipedia. All is started here, and here my journey and the passion, the research started, and the core all of this, based on that I formulated down the wave-like theory and wrote the book, which was published by me in the year 2016. So that's the core of the everything, and it's based on the Octopus Story. As an output of the wave-like theory, there I created the Gene 2.0 software, which was released in the same year 2016, and there are many users and many of you using it successfully all the time. Then what I plan is to make an update of this gene from 1 to 9, and the first one I plan to start it already this month. Then the next software or product is the Gene 3.0, which will be update of the second version, but it will be independent from Excel, and that's planned for the year 2021. Then the second part is the promotion. It's actually important to spread the theory and the software among the public and to make it worldwide. So for that reason I had created the wave-like theory page on the Facebook as the central point, that is a crossroad to make people aware about the theory and the gene software, and it's full of actually news, updates, and useful information. Then so it's ready. Then also I created from the beginning the closed community called Wave Hunters, where only owners of the Gene software have the access to this community, and it's about to gather these people who want to be interested and involved. At this time, I'm still looking for the key members that they can operate like moderators, so they can put there the post to the advices for other, mainly the new members, to share the waves and other useful things for the community. So this is already set it up. Then we have the Waveflag Theory on YouTube, the official channel, which if you are new here, please subscribe. And it exists also from the beginning, but there were for 2 years only one video lecture with the software demonstration, and then as the community growth and became bigger, there was more demand for explanations and for some advices. So from this beginning of this year, I started to create videos, mainly the video tutorials, then also provided the open talks where you could put your questions, and it's a place actually where we can communicate together. And finally, I powered it up with the Zoom conference, which I tested on the last Open Talks number 2 for the first time, and I'm willing to do it actually every time during Open Talks, or where is the chance to use it, like I will try to do it today as well. I also realized that the Zoom conference is a good tool for the live streaming, that you can join it, you can ask directly online, but several of you or many of you do not want to be revealed during this live stream to the public, which is really understandable. And for that reason, and mainly for the Gene users and Wave Hunters, I planned to make these Zoom conferences like a private, only like a training course that will be private and not recorded, and it will not be streamed on YouTube at all. So these events will be scheduled as well during this year, at least I suppose once per 2 months or once per 1 month. We will see how many of you will want to join it and how big the demand will be. In this sphere, I am still looking for keen YouTubers. If some of you can do a good video with promotional material or some own tutorial or something else to promote my channel, or to make the promotional on its already famous channel, then you are welcome to contact me, and we can cooperate together. So this is running, and as I said, there were done a lot of work, and it took me a lot of effort to create these videos, like this one for example. Then the new is I'm going to register a domain with .com to make the official website, which is not part of the social network like Facebook or Google, and to have it fully independent. And the reason is that there are more ask or demands from users, and as the community grows every week, then it makes more sense to have independent website, where I planned to create the forum, the store, also to put there the news, to have the links to the video tutorials and other stuff around on one place. So one of the reasons that not all of you are loving the Facebook, and the aim is to migrate from Facebook to the official website and to make here some kind of Wave Hunters forum. And the last thing regarding the promotion I like to build still some professional materials like covers, banners, and here I am looking for people who are good in graphics, some graphic designers, and if some of you can do some graphic material and can help, then please contact me, and you'll be welcome to do something for the wave-like theory and the gene software. It is the same with the YouTubers, and you can be also the key member. So that's all about the promotion which is needed to make people aware about the theory and the gene software as well, and it's taking also a lot of effort. The other part is the sales. So most of the sales is done directly by me via eBay, or you can buy it always directly from me if you write me to my official email. Then what I plan to build, and I'm building that from the beginning, is the sellers and dealers site worldwide. I already have one dealer in Florida and also in Mexico, so there is still a lot of opportunities to cover the whole world, because the gene can be used for every national lottery. So that's my target. It's working well, but still it's about to have more time to grow the network. Then I am offering the job that you can be seller as well, and you can have some profit, about 20% of and more, and it depends on your personal credit and also how many sales you have. So the most important is that we will trust to each other, and it always will come with a longer cooperation. For example, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, and when it's better, then it works much better. Also all the exchanges of information, money, and so on. So it's already available, and then I am looking for other selling opportunities. I mean some kind of sell in the stone stores and markets, in the shops where the tickets are sold, so the dealers can offer the gift vouchers or some cards with the code. Based on this, the gene can be bought, or some kind of marketing in this area, which I see it's also good opportunity how to enlarge the community, how to extend it in the world as well. Then there is other part which become for me more interesting, that you and me can participate together on research. One is the Wave Hunters group, and that's why it's closed, that you can here participate and help to develop the gene software. You can share here the best results, some share your advices, hints, and some of your observations. My target is to have 100 members in the year 2020. It means next year, and today we have more than 50 members. So I think the target is reachable. That's one thing. Then the second is already working, that I'm putting news and tips weekly or monthly. It's about that I'm trying to share the new preset for the new lotteries. Also I'm sharing the new streamed videos and other stuff around. So there is a lot of work done as well. The other thing is to motivate you members to have a live cooperation, and as I mentioned here, I am here looking for key members as well. It can work like advisors and moderators and can help others, also to me. Then I plan, as the development will be more wide and more complex, and it's not in my power to understand everything, every detail, to learn everything. So I plan to cooperate with math and physics professor and scientists, that they can help me in some areas or implementing some functions where I need some specific math calculations. So that's my aim. And the second is, I already started to cooperate with the hardware companies, mainly to implement the true random number generator. And for example, some of you could hear about the ALEA 1 or 2. So the target is to have on the USB stick the true random number generator, which is connected with the gene, and it's generating the random numbers as it's a new source of random numbers. So that's about the cooperation. And finally, as the software will grow, I am looking for programmers who would like to participate to make new updates, and mainly the gene on the new platform, because then we can speed up all the work, and everything can be quicker than it is now. Finally, and most favorite and love for me is the development, and if I could rid of these other support things, I would concentrate only on the development, because I really like it, and this is the most important thing should be done to move further. But on the other hand, without the promotion, without the basic product to extend it to the public, and without sales, I am not able to get the resources like money and the time to make the development more professional and quicker. So if I talk about the development, there was first prototype Gene 1.0, which was developed in 2014, and it worked only for one lottery, and it was never published to the public. Then I created the Gene 2.0 as you know it today. It started and was released in the year 2016, so it's running for 3 years, and is used by many users until now, and it's still possible to buy it. Then, as I mentioned here, I plan to make the updates of the Gene 2.0 software from 1 to 9, and there is some plan. But the good news is that this month in June I am starting to create a new update 2.1, where will be implemented extended result evaluation. Today we are evaluating the results only based on the average, but this evaluation there will be more options, more ways how to evaluate the results, not only based on the average, but it can be based on the probability and other possible ways. So this is the next step, and the main step I will focus on to bring to life the new release. There will be also other releases where I will improve this detection of the weak and super strong peaks in the wave. Then I like to implement new algorithm for the random number generator without need to use the seeds, as I presented in the seed and swap tutorial. And also I'd like to implement the double filter, which means that we have the filter from the below, that it should pass some minimum value, but I will do it from the other side, that I will put it that it should be lower than some value, so I can the aim is to, on the beginning, to make the wave very weak and then to make it stronger. And that's why I think about to implement the double filter as well, which can bring also very interesting results. Then I would like to in the evaluation focus on the wave entropy. It's some kind of the order and disorder. It means in the simple way, you have, for example, two very similar waves with the same rating, the same value, but one looks like a nice wave and the second is not so nice. And I would like to make some formulas to recognize which wave looks more like a repeated pattern, which is more useful to use it for the best result. So it's about the updates in the Gene 2.0. Then there will be finally the Gene 3.0, which will be on the new platform, independent from the Excel, and the plan is that it will work on the computer with Windows, with Mac on the Apple, and also on every mobile phone, if possible, that you can start it. So that's the first way. The second is to implement also the random number generator, which will be a result of the cooperation with the hardware companies. So this will be probably on this USB interface, USB stick, and that's the plan. So we will have independent application that you can run it everywhere without any pain which you have with Excel, and also you can buy the random generator on the USB stick, that you are getting different chain of random numbers. And also it will contain other functions that I'm thinking about, but they will not be implemented in the updates. So this is the plan with the Gene 3.0, and it takes some time, but the plan to start with is 2021, so it takes about 2 years. And after that, the further future is to have the Gene 4.0, where the platform will be with the artificial intelligence AI implementation, which is nowadays very modern. Everyone is talking about the artificial intelligence, about the deep learning, machine learning, neural networks, and you can already buy some computer with neural networks, or you can connect some clouds on Google. I think it's called TensorFlow. So there are some opportunities that can be implemented and used in the Gene software, and there I see some advantages or opportunities that can come with this connection with the artificial intelligence. But before this, I can tell it also can contain more true random number generators, more types, which is using the noise, also the audio or video sources that can be used like a random number generator. It is just an extension of the Gene 3.0, but the other thing is that the neural network and deep learning can be used as a true random number generator. So the artificial intelligence, let's say, will learn the lottery, how it's generating the numbers and how often each number is generated, like the statistics, and according to this he will try to produce similar chain of numbers according to the lottery. So it will try to match its drawing numbers with the drawn numbers in the lottery. That's the first use of the artificial intelligence and deep learning, and the second use is to evaluate the results. As I mentioned here, as I'm looking for the wave entropy, that the deep learning will be able to recognize the better or nicer waves from each other, like if you recognize the nice face from the less nice face and so on. And the second thing, it can be able to predict, so like acting like you, like a man, that you are trying to predict numbers of the history, and then you will try, based on the history, try to predict the numbers in the future, like a man do. But this artificial intelligence can do it much more quicker and without any man's like it's called factor, which is influencing all the behavior in our lives. And final, and that's the last release I can imagine, which can be in the future. I think it can takes much time, but it's already the first update. 2.1 is interesting enough even for me, but the Gene 5.0, it's about to use the supercomputer and to use its power to generate the best results. And I can imagine that you have the computer at home, just like today, but you will connect with the supercomputer via cloud, and you will connect to the server of the supercomputer, and you will run the gene on the supercomputer. So the gene should be optimized using more processors or cores and everything. So that's the final goal, let's say. I don't know actually how, if we get there, but this is what I can imagine, and I would like to get there. And the other usage is for the other human efforts, like trying to predict the stock market, the changes between sells and buys in the FedEx, and also for other areas the people are involved. Regarding the FedEx, there are already people trying to use the gene for the predictions of the sells and buys, and according to this to make the sell or buy. So this is something where I plan to make some tutorial to show how this gene, today's Gene 2.0, can be used for the FedEx and stock market as well in some way. So it is also very interesting thing which can be done and will be also more extended. So as you see, there is a lot of things going on, and if it will not get you excited, then I don't know what will. So there is a lot of stuff which is going on, and nowadays I'm doing that all these actually video by myself, and you see, if we build some team, it can be much more better, but everything takes its own time. So that's the wave-like theory, vision, plan and future, and we can see it like a science structure. And that's, I think it was somehow comprehensive, or I said all I wanted to tell you today. I think you see it interesting, and before the end of the presentation, I would like to start the Zoom conference that you can join it. And when I don't know if to join it with the computer audio. I think I don't need it, so I will close it. And we will see if there is someone, because many of you can hear me from the live stream directly. So the Zoom conference has been started, there is the link which is in the description of the video, so you have still time to join it, because I will still continue with the presentation. It takes about 5 minutes, I think, and then you can join and I can answer your questions if there will be some. If not, then I will end the event for today. So let me hide it for a while and let's continue. So I finished and provided a lot of information, and you might be a little bit misled by this provided information, thinking that the gene is very complex and very sophisticated, and that's right, it is. But please keep in mind that it is always very simple to use. Yes, so if you have the gene software, only you need to see actually is just one video tutorial called Quick Start, and that's all what you need to increase your chances to win the lottery. You don't need anything else actually. It's all what you need, and I know that most of you are buying the gene to increase your chances to win the lottery you like to play. So that's pretty good, and it's really okay. You will just use your gene and you can look for the tutorial how to use it, and that's all what you need. And you can also imagine that the gene is like a car. You just sit in and drive it, and it's very simple to drive actually. But inside there of the car there is an engine, many cables and many other functions which are automatic, and the gene is very similar or the same thing, and I would say it's much better. It's like the autonomous car which take you from point A to B without need to driving. So you just will sit in there, click the button from A to B, and it will take you to the point B. This is how you can see it from the user's point of view, and that's it. But there are people who are more interested and would like to know more. In this case, it's too good to have this gene software and to watch all the tutorials in the full length, to reserve some time, some evening that you can relax and watch it. And the good thing is that you get some understanding of the gene. You can see the richness, how complex, how intelligent, and how sophisticated the gene actually is. And when you are feeling something, you are more confident and more happy with the better understanding, and you know what you are doing. Also, I think many of you are thinking that these tutorials are long, and they are long. That's true, and they have to be long. And the reason is, if you want to understand the complexity, the richness of the gene, it's really good to have all the explanation and relations between functions and other stuff inside there. And the advantage of the video tutorials is also that if you are looking only for some functionality, for example, if you like to set up the recuperation correctly, you just need to look to the video and just to jump from minute to minute, or to look to the timeline where you can choose the desired chapter. The same thing you can actually do if you just watch the quick start and you don't want to watch all these tutorials, so you can just look for the things how to, for example, copy the whole lottery into the gene. So you will just see how to do it, or how to make the preset and so on. But the second way also, it's about to watch the other videos to see the news, what is going on, to have chance to ask questions or to search for some answer. so it's to be more deeply involved. And finally, it's good to be member of the Wave Hunters group, that you can download the presets of the new or other lotteries, and also you can share your results with others and look for help from others. And the third, more and most involved way is that you have the gene, or you can buy the golden edition, which is about to have something unique and significantly support the development that I presented on the previous slide. And here it's also good that you are looking for all the tutorials, you are watching all the online videos, and you are a member of the Wave Hunters group, and finally you are part of the research and development of the gene software. So you are also interested in watching these gene software updates, and I am pleased to inform you that next video will be about the research and development, and that will be the first video where I will present my first step, which will be included in the update 2.1. So I think that's a really cool thing, and if it will not make you again excited, that I don't know what will. So I am at the end of presentation, and let's check if there are some questions from your side. So I'll see if I can end it up or not. So let me check at first the Zoom conference. So there is no one from you, and the second is I will try to check the chat. I hope I will find it. Yes, so I don't see the comments here as well. So I am at the end, and thank you for watching. If you are new, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Provide your comments, feedback, and I'll be glad for every like I will get from you. Join us on the Facebook page, groups, follow the links in the description. Stay tuned, and see you next time on the first research and development video, where I will talk about the first step of the Gene 2.1 update. So have a nice day, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.